All right, everyone, we finally found an issue which has unified the United States public, generally speaking. Other than a few contrarians and trolls, pretty much everyone hates the Cracker Barrel redesign. I went to Cracker Barrel once. The food is pretty good. I mean, it's sort of that, you don't want fast food. You want something that's a little bit nicer, but you don't want to pay through the nose. It's sort of like Applebee's or something like that, although I'm not a fan of Applebee's. Just saying, I've never had a good meal there, but I did have a good meal at Cracker Barrel a couple of times. And the interior decor adds to the allure of Cracker Barrel. One of the reasons why people go there is for the atmosphere. Because it makes it look like, hey, I'm dining in a general store in 1905 or something like that. And so it just looks cool. The aesthetic is, decent. But now they're getting rid of all of the good decor and they're going to stream. It's going to be basically like when Pizza Hut changed its look, back in the 2000s, I think it was. You remember Pizza Hut used to actually have like a red hut roof over it, and they had like the red cups and all of that stuff. They don't have any of that anymore. And so it's no longer a place which is, it's a takeout place at this point. It's not a dine-in sort of location. It's really not a comparison to the kind of food that you're getting at Cracker Barrel. They'll probably change their menu too. They'll start selling chai lattes and smoothies, and they'll get rid of the fried okra and stuff like that. It's going to become a hipsterized joint, I fear. They've also changed their logo. That's not really a problem though. I do notice that they got rid of the old timer for a reason. Like it's like, oh, this old white farmer dude's got a barrel full of crackers. Well, obviously that's a racial reference. I have a feeling that there was some wokeness behind it, by the way. But the decor on the interior, the idea of changing that, I just don't understand. You've got a successful business model. You've got a successful business. It's working. People generally like your franchise. Generally speaking, they have a positive appraisal of it. Why piss off 90% of the public and make yourself a laughingstock? Now, given a lot of these people have never been to a Cracker Barrel that are complaining about it. But when they look into it and they see the difference before and now with regards to Cracker Barrel, then they definitely see the difference. Honestly, I don't understand what they're trying to accomplish. You've united conservatives, liberals, libertarians, communists, constitutionalists, and everyone else under the sun under one banner. So congratulations to Cracker Barrel. You've managed to unify most of the United States on at least one issue, which is that you are retards, basically. When you've got a good thing going, you don't change it up. Like when McDonald's started changing the design of its restaurants, it took a hit too. They were intelligent enough not to change the golden arch logo and stuff like that because that would not have gone over well. Although I noticed that there's no longer really a dollar menu. Now it's like $1.50 or something like that. I don't know. I don't eat at McDonald's that often. I've had a few meals this year, but generally I don't do fast food. Generally speaking, I like to cook my own food when I have the time and ingredients to do so. But Cracker Barrel was decent, it's not bad food. It's pretty good. Certainly, again, better than Applebee's for the same price range, the same kind of thing. But getting rid of the interior aesthetic, and then pissing off literally everyone. Fucking David Hogg is calling you out, and he's about as left as it gets. He's the former vice chair of the DNC, trying to maintain relevance by writing the algorithm, of course. But I mean, he's right. Finally, again, you're unifying people. I'm finding myself agreeing with David Hogg and Gavin Newsom. Both of them have come out very vociferously and said, "What the hell are you doing?" I mean, it makes absolutely no sense. It's like if Wendy said, well, we don't need Wendy, it'd be like Disney erasing redheads. They'd have a tendency to do this. They remove Wendy and then they just have a big W or something like that. I suppose you could troll McDonald's by having the golden arches upside down but red. You can do something like that. That'd be funny. Oh, by the way, Steak and Shake, they're trolling actively. They're actively trolling Cracker Barrel. I wonder if Wendy's is ironically, doing the same thing because they've got definitely an anti-woke franchise, at least on the surface. Keep in mind that these companies still involve themselves with the DEI kind of thing. But when you have 100% beef tallow that you're making your French fries in, doesn't sound like the sort of hipsterish thing to me. So yeah, I guess that Cracker Barrel is going to pivot to having like they'll have the smoothie stand. It'll be like a bar but for smoothies, and then they'll have like crepes and stuff like instead of pancakes and stuff like that. They're going hipster mode, I guess. Again, it just boggles the mind. Why? Why would you rebrand when your brand is doing fine? Why would you bother? I realize that they've changed logos before, but people don't like the new one. But again, that's not really a huge issue. It still kind of looks like a barrel, although it also sort of looks like a nuclear bomb without the fins on it. Looks like Fat Man. But the interior design component is a harbinger, I think, of them like because they're not going to do the old school country look anymore, then you would think that they're going to abandon the old school country food. And that would be the problem. You're going to end up with like chai lattes and espresso shots and stuff like that instead of having the old fare. You're going to end up with like, hey, we've got our super greens menu. Yeah, yeah, we've got here's your sprouts, sir, and with a raspberry vinaigrette. Here's your sprout salad. Would you like a latte? It'd be very, very funny. And pretty soon, the regular average Joes that go in there, they'll start leaving because a bunch of hipsters with man buns are gonna come in. By the way, man buns should be banned. They are hideous. Literally. That's about all. Peace out.